Hari Om. I started the prayer. Om Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mamadeva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are doing the Panchadasi 9th chapter, the meditation on Nirguna Brahma. For those who cannot do the vichara after studying the Vedanta and unable to do vichara that's required for establishing Aham Brahmasmi. So they understand and they studied for a prolonged length of time, and as many people claim, I am not able to recognize Brahman, I am not able to realize Brahman. Essentially what they are saying is, they are not able to claim that Aham Brahmasmi. Brahma means infinite. They feel they are limited, Desa Kala Vastu Parichinnam, limited by space-wise, time-wise, object-wise. Whereas the Brahman is Desa Kala Vastu Aparichinnam, and they are unable to claim that. Therefore, they consider that they are understood, but they are not able to claim. And that one is being discussed here as a Nirgunopasana. So we will do 115. Michya Tvabudhya Tatraicha Michya Tvabudhya Tatraicha Nasti Chet Tarhi Mastu Tat Nasti Chet Tarhi Mastu Tat Dhyayan Nyada Vyavaharanya Dhyayan Nada Vyavaharanya Adharabdam Vasatvayam Adharabdam Vayastvayam. Together. Michya Tvabudhya Tatraicha Nasti Chet Tarhi Mastu Tat Jnananyatha Vyavaharanya Adharabdam Vasatvayam. Michyatva Buddhya, Buddhi about the Michyatma of the world, when they are transacting in the world. So, how do they transact? Now we are referring to, let the Jnanis still transact in the world. Nothing will happen because they can transact in the world and they don't have to follow the rules and regulations that are laid down by the Veda Vidita Vakyam, the obligatory duties that are mentioned in the Vedas, because that's only for those who have not realized. They have to follow so that their mind can be purified. If the mind is already purified and the mind has done its job, means they are Krutak Krutyaha, mission accomplished, then they don't need to follow. They can follow, but they don't need to follow. They can be, and the transactional world, they can be kings or they can be anything that what the Prarabdha brings in. That's what the Bhajagovindam sloka that we just said, Yogaratova, Bhogaratova, Sangaratova, Sangavihinaha. Yasyat Brahmani Ramate Chittam. Chittam Ramate. Yasyat Brahmani Ramate Chittam. Nandati Nandacheva. So therefore they are reveling in that. So they can be Yogaratova, they can be sitting in Himalayas, sitting in somewhere. Bhogaratova, they will be in downtown working and enjoying as the life comes. And they may be traveling in the first class and all that. Oh, how come the Swami is traveling in the first class? He also wants the pleasures of the first class. He may not be working until night and he needs to sleep at least that time and goes back to work again. So therefore, for others, they always criticize on the superficial nature. So when the people are involved, when the jnanis are involved in the day-to-day activities, they think that the onlookers or the ignorant people may say he is involved in the activities, worldly activities. Michyatva buddhya tatraicha nasti. So the Michyatma, the unreality of the world, Tatra, in all the activities, Icha, desire to participate is na asti chet, if there is no desire to perform, participate, tarhi, in that case, tat desire masti, let there not be any desire to function also. I am the one. Yadha prarabdham. So if he doesn't want to do anything and sit in the cell, let him not also do it. If he wants to be king and whatever do, let him also do. What is required is the reveling in and the constant reveling of the mind in that. And yadha arabdham, whatever the prarabdha karma brings in, jayan, meditator va atha vyavaharan, or the jnani who is participating in the worldly activities, let him do whatever he wants, because there is no obligations to do, or there is no rules and regulations that are laid down by the Vedanta. For him who has realized, for the other one, he has to constantly do upasana, the Nirguna Brahma Upasana, while performing whatever the obligatory duties that he has to perform. So this theme is being continuing essentially. So in 116, Upasakastu satatam, Upasakastu satatam, Jayanneva vasejjataha, Jayanneva vasejjataha, Jhani naiva krutam tasya, Jhani naiva krutam tasya, Brahmastvam Vishnutadivat, Brahmatvam Vishnutadivat. Together, Upasakastu satatam, Jayanneva vasejjataha, Jhani naiva krutam tasya, Brahmatvam Vishnutadivat. Now in contrast to a jnani, who can, there is no vidhi, that means do's and don'ts for him, well, he can perform whatever the activities that prarabdha brings in. Whereas the upasaka, the one who is doing a nirguna brahma upasana, he has to satatam all the time, jayanneva, he has to constantly contemplate on that aham brahmasmi, as though like a japam. He has to constantly keep the mind in that, even while transacting in the world. Jayanyeva vaset, yataha, just as tasya brahmatvam jnanena eva krutam is achieved. So because of why he has to do? By that process, one can gain that what he is contemplating on. So brahmatvam, that means the reality that aham brahmasmi is essentially jnani naiva krutam, that one can establish himself, and that is tattva brahma, tasya brahmatvam, so krutam, that I am brahmasmi. Ultimately he will realize that. He may go through stages of the upasana to the savikalpa samadhi to nirvikalpa samadhi. Nirvikalpa samadhi is not thoughtless state, it is a thought of aham brahmasmi. So people think that you have to go into a thoughtless state. Thoughtless state is nothing, you also go to sleep also. So the samadhi involves aham brahmasmi, I am the Brahman. It is of the nature of constant contemplation on that. So krutam tasya brahmatvam Vishnutadivatu, and he will reach that state that he is doing upasana. How can that be? It says Vishnu Adivatu. So just as the Vishnuta Adivatu. So just as one gains the status of Vishnu, one gains the abode of Vishnu by contemplating on the Lord Vishnu. So when you are contemplating on it, even though Lord is outside and I am contemplating on particular, then one reaches him, because that's what your mind is all the time in that. So anya kalepi mameva swaran mutva kalevaram, who thinks of me even in the last minute, not just last minute, even in the last minute before he kicks the bucket, he will reach me only, because that is his last thought and that's where he is going to go. So that is Vishnu Tadivatu. So he goes to Vaikuntha Loka for the one who is doing Sagunopasana. In the same way, the one who is doing Nirgunopasana, he will reach Brahmatvam. So what is the message here? Message is those who are doing who cannot do Vichara has to constantly contemplate Aham Brahmasmi, even while performing all other duties. Mind should be always in that. So one part of the mind should be doing upasana continuously, while other part of the mind is engaged in the activities. 117. Jnanopadinakam yattat Jnanopadanakam yatyat Jnanabhave viliyate Jnanabhave viliyate Vastavi brahmata naiva Vastavi brahmata naiva Jnanabhave viliyate Jnanabhave viliyate. So jnana yat, in that state, that is in the Vishnu jnanam and all that, jnana upadanakam is because of the meditation on objectified Vishnu. So Vishnu I don't know, I cannot say Vishnu because he is being described in the Puranas, but now I am invoking Vishnu in this particular form, either in the wooden Vishnu or a metallic Vishnu or made with even the turmeric powder, where the Mahavishnum avahayami, I am invoking the presence of the Vishnu and then doing puja. So there jnana upadanakam. So jnana upadanakam, because of the meditation on a particular the locus, which is external locus, upadanakam, and because of meditation, that state, jhana abhave, when I am not doing the meditation, therefore when it's not there, or in the absence of that jhana, viliyate, it's dissolved. So here the message is, if I am doing nirgunopasana, where aham brahmasmi, if you are not doing it, then it's not there. If you are doing only, you are there. So this upasana is true for any upasana. When I am invoking the Lord, then I am doing prayer to the Lord. When I am not invoking the Lord, then I am not obviously see the presence of the Lord. So Krishna wants you not only sit and do Vigraharadhana or in the temple, but also recognize that ultimately that Yomam pasyati sarvatra sarvancha mai pasyati tasyaham na pranasyami sajame na pranasyati, who sees me everywhere. So I should understand through the knowledge I have to gain, that through knowledge only I have to recognize the presence of Vishnu or Krishna everywhere, anywhere, because he says, I am there everything. Yomam pasyati sarvatra, everywhere I am there, because he is infinite. And because maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyakta murtana, I pervade this entire universe in unmanifested form. So he is everywhere, but I should recognize him everywhere. So for him, this Yomam pasyati sarvatra sarvancha mai pasyati, everything is in me only. So cannot be away from him. So everything I am jnanam become a continuous state, because when I start recognizing the Lord everywhere, then it's no more a particular vigraha, everything becomes a vigraha. So therefore that constant meditation or understanding the Lord is everywhere should be there. And if you are only meditating on a particular form, as long as that form is there, you have mind can concentrate. If it's not, that form is not there, then mind cannot concentrate. So jhana abhave, if you are not contemplating on it, so viliyate, the jhanam itself gets dissolved or at those moments. Vastavi, in reality, brahmata, in the nature, in the case of the brahmata, means in the case of the contemplation that aham brahmasmi, nirguno brahma upasana. So in that brahmata, the brahmanhood, jnana abhave na viliyate. So contemplation of that that when you are not doing meditation, it doesn't get dissolved. Why? Because Brahman is all the time there. You say Brahman means infinite. So nirguno Brahma means satyam jnanam anantam Brahma. Therefore I am meditating not on any particular form, but formless form, that's presence of, with that understanding that Brahman is everywhere. That's what this upasana is. Therefore there is no dissolution of the object, because object is everywhere, and that's what being discussed here. And this is emphasized in the next two slokas. ततोऽपि ज्ञापकं ज्ञानं ततोऽपि ज्ञापकं ज्ञानं न नित्यं जनयत्यतः न नित्यं जनयत्यतः ज्ञापकाभावमात्रेण न हि सत्यं विलीयते ततो अभिज्ञापकं ज्ञानं. So ataha, that Brahman which is being nityam and which is essentially ever present, tataha jnanam abhignapakam only. If it is only in the upasana, I am not able to recognize the presence of Brahman everywhere, but only I am thinking aham brahmasmi. If that is only at the paroksha level, then the contemplation, if I am not doing contemplation, then that the presence of recognition of that also goes away, because this is only through meditation I am invoking that, because I have not understood that aham brahmasmi, I am only invoking as a japa. Therefore, when I am not doing it, then the mind is dwelling in the other activities. Whereas jnapaka abhavi matrena, so when the memory is not there, therefore if it is any external upasana, then the knowledge also will not be there. But if reality is nahi satyam viliyate na viliyate, the nature of Brahman is all the time eternal, which is beyond the desa kalam and vastu. So it is infinite, both time wise and the object wise. So it will never disappear, but only my mind has to dwell on the time, because object of meditation is all the time there. All the time there means time wise, space wise, everywhere it is there. So therefore Brahmajnani is glorified compared to a upasaka or compared to other upasakas also. And it says why is that is the question now. Astyevopasakasyapi vastavi brahmateti chet pamaranam tirischancha vastavi brahmatanakim together. Astyevopasakasyapi vastavi brahmateti pamaranam tirischayam cha vastavi brahmatanakim. So here the question is being raised. If everything is Brahman, everyone is nothing but Brahman only, Brahma Swarupam only. So asti eva upasakasyapi. So for upasaka, we saying aham brahmasmi nirguna Brahman, he is never away from the object of meditation, because Brahman is everywhere. So therefore vastavi brahma iti che. In case if you think that the one who is doing upasana on Brahman, and Brahman is everywhere, and therefore he will never lose the object of meditation, and any time he can meditate, everywhere he can meditate, because he is everywhere. That is the idea. And then in that case, what's the big deal? Even pamaranam, even the ignorant person, and tirischayam, and even the animals also, vastavi brahmata eva. Why not? They are also Brahman. So whether one meditates or not, they are always in the Brahman only. What's the difference? Why are you glorifying the Brahma Upasaka compared to an ignorant person or an animal? That's the question here. Objection. So this is being answered here. Ajnanadapumartatvam ubayatrapi tatsamam upavasadyatha bhiksha varam dhyanam tathanyataha together. Athana adapumartatvam ubayatrapi tatsamam upavasadyatha bhiksha varandhyanam tadanyataha. So that is true. What you say is true. Ajnanat because of Ajnana, a Pamara is also in Brahman, even animal also is Brahman. But at the same time, because of the ignorance that I am in Brahman doesn't know, so even though he is Brahman, even Ajnana Kale Api, I am Brahman, even if I don't know that. So, but at the same time, I am claiming that I am this and therefore suffering. That's why, because I don't know that I am Brahman. So, Ajnana, because of ignorance, Apumartatvam is not after that I am the other people who are affected by, is not sought that I am Brahman because of the Ajnana, that Brahman is not being sought after. So what's the difference between him versus the one who is doing, the one who is seeking for Brahman? Because he has realized through Vedanta Shravana that Brahman is everywhere and everything is nothing but Brahman, and now he is not able to abide himself that I am Brahman. So he has to do Upasana. So both are in the same level as far as this is concerned, but one is trying to get something, other is not trying to do anything at all. So what is the difference? He gives an example here. Both are starving. Two people, both are starving, and one fellow decided to go ask for bhiksha. So he is also starving, so he is going and begging for food somewhere. He may get, he may not get. But if he gets it, at least he will be satisfied. So that is better than sitting there and complaining that I don't have a food, and all that. So bhiksha varam jnanam tadanyata. So bhiksha is better than sitting there quietly, and same way the jnanam is better than not doing any jnanam. That's this statement here. This is again discussed more in the next sloka. Pamara anam yavahrutehi varam karma janushtitaha tato bisaguno pastihi nirgupasana tataha nirgunopasana tataha. So pamaranam yavahrutehi, pamaranam. So in relation to the ignorant people, pamaranam is the normal people who are ignorant, who are bhogis, who are essentially enjoying the sense objects. Vyavahrutehi, activities, karma anushtitaha, so who are doing also the Veda Vihita karma. So there are three levels of human beings who are here. One is, four levels. One is the ignorant people, and the other people are better than the ignorant people, because ignorant people are trying to get whatever they can in the objects that they can, and whatever they are doing without even materialistic people. And the other people essentially vyavahrutehi karmadi anushtitaha, the one who are performing the activities as prescribed by dharma, that is by the Veda Vihita dharma. So they are also looking for enjoyment, but they are follow a dharmic way, and following whether here in this life or in the next life, they are performing the karma kanda. So they are better than ignorant people. That's what in the hierarchy of the jivas. So pamaraha, then karmakandi comes next, and then it comes essentially Veda Vihita karmas. Varam tadaha api sagunopasitaha. So next level is the sagunopasita, one who was contemplating on the saguna Brahma, not for objects, but for reaching the higher state of consciousness, and they are also doing upasana. And above that is essentially Nirguna Brahma, Nirguno Brahma Upasakaha, and above that is the Jnanis. So you have a hierarchy of who is better than this. This is the highest one is Jnani. So he is in fact called Jnanam, the Bhakta, highest Bhaktas according to Krishna also. And the next level is the one who is doing Upasana on Brahman, and the third level is who is doing Upasana on the Saguna of Brahman, and the fourth one is who is doing all other karma kandas to go heavens and all that, and he is not doing any upasana, but he is doing the karmic action activities as prescribed by the Vedas, Karma Kanda, and below that is the Pamaras who are not doing anything, who are pure materialistic people. This is the hierarchy of the spiritual evolution. We'll do 122. Yavad vijnana samipyam, yavad vijnana samipyam, tavat sreshtayam vivartade, tavat sreshtayam vivardhate, brahma jnana yato sakshat, brahma jnana yato sakshat, nirgunopasanam sanaihi, nirgunopasanam sanaihi. Now we are looking from the Nirguna Brahma Upasaka, that whole chapter is on that. Yavat Vijnana Samipyam, because Yavat Vijnana Samipyam, and as long as the Vijnanam constantly aware of the consciousness that is there everywhere, Tavat Sreshtayam Vivardhate, and as long as that, so in the presence proximity of the self, it is a Sreshtayam, superior, as one performs the Nirgunopasana, Vivartate. So as I contemplate on the Nirguna Brahman, who is everywhere and anywhere, which is Desakala Vastu Aparichinnam, but I am not able to abide in that, so I am contemplating that is my nature, that's my nature, that's my Aham Brahmasmi, I am infinite, that's my nature, everything is in me. With that, if I vasana, slowly, Brahma Jnana Yataha Sakshat Nirgunopasanam Sanaihi. So that it is essentially Sanaihi, gradually, Sakshat Brahma Jnana Yate, slowly one merges into Brahman, or Brahma Jnanam sinks into him slowly, because that's what you are meditating on. So what you meditate on, you become that only. That's what essentially emphasized here. 123. Yada sambadi vibrantihi, yada sambadi vibrantihi, palakale pramayate, vidyayate tadopastim, muktikale tipakataha, tipakataha. So together, yatha samvadi vibrantihi, palakale pramayate, vidyayate tadopastim, muktikale tipakataha. So yatha, just as samvadi vibrantihi, the one who is having a samvadi brahma, that which was discussed in the beginning of this chapter, Samvadi Brahma, is error of judgment of that not knowing it, but ending up finally the correct result. So he gave a different types of Samvadi Brahma, one on the Pratyaksha basis, where there are two lamps coming in, two light sources coming in, without knowing what is the source. Two people are running in these to catch, thinking that the light is coming from the diamond. In one case, the light is coming from the diamond. In the other case, light is coming from the lamp. So this is Samvadi Brahma doesn't know that it is from the diamond, and therefore he runs after thinking that it is diamond, and the one where it is diamond is really diamond, he gets the result. So in the same way, and that's what is called Samvadi Brahma. And the same way, I am meditating on Aham Brahmasmi, not knowing that I am really Brahman, or not recognizing that I am Brahman. I am meditating on that. Since not knowing it and still meditating it, I will get the same way. That's what Samvadi Vibhranti Pala Kale Pramayate. In the Kale, in time, I will get what my proposition is, even though I am following a hypothesis, a working hypothesis, I am following it without recognizing that is a fact. If it is a fact, then I don't have to do it. Vijayate tataha upaste, vijayate tatopaste. So, says that तद उपास्ति मुक्ति काले अधिपाकतः due to maturity of upastim, due to maturity of upasana mukti kale vijayate. So mukti kalam, the liberation will come or self understanding will come, and as one proceeds slowly towards that. So just as now he is connecting to the Samvadi Brahma that was discussed in the earlier verses in this chapter, where it is from the point of Pratyaksha or from the point of Anumana or from the point of Shastra, not knowing the reality, but because of presumption that that is so, one pursues that and one gets that. In the same way, one pursues that Aham Brahmasmi, even though he has not realized Aham Brahmasmi, he is doing the meditation on that, and he will get, because he is Brahmasmi only. So the same way, it's called Samvadi Brahmavatu, he will gain that Aham Brahmasmi nature by this meditation. This we have. We'll continue with this after the next talk. We'll stop here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.